hello and welcome to Two Maggies Up Top, that Premier League podcast fueled by the Magnums. Okay, our boy Panasonic is still at home recharging his batteries, so we've got a very special guest again for you this week. Okay, if you don't already know, I'm your host, Big Kes, aka Kes Ferdinand, aka Santi Kezola. The only man Arsenal need back right now. Come on. And to my left, I've got my co-host. It's Big Lows, aka Victor Loses. What you say, Lows?
Hey, boss, you look like it. aka low output.
What you say, Lows?
No, you know this guy over to my right again. One time he's here, fam. Well, I'm good, man. I'm good. We're here. Come on, man.
Come on. And to my right, we've got a very special guest and friend of the show. It's Big Nate, aka Statman Nate, aka Donny Van Der Nate.
Hey, come on.
You like that one?
Fucking benchman.
As you can see, Nate's a big United fan. Welcome to the show, fam. What you say?
I'm good, I'm here, I'm ready to... listen, the recent weeks I've been hearing United get slaughtered. I'm here to put some respect on the name, the badge, bro. You get me?
Come on, we call him Statman Nate because he brings the stats to all arguments, so be prepared for a few of those. Boys, we're back again, another episode. Let's dive in, man. A few things I want to talk about before we even get into the games. Millwall, Colchester fans booing players taking a knee. What do you make of that, man? Like,
Let me start positive though. Firstly, big up the Colchester owner.
yeah.
Who firstly said, anyone that booed in their fans, have your ticket, basically have a refund.
Yeah.
So yeah, full ratings for that. But more time, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. Millwall, I guess no one really was like
Surprised.
Yeah. You just expect that from some low lives, innit?
Yeah.
And it happens to support Millwall. But you're just doing yourself. You're just bringing negativity back into this world, man. And it just shows how far we've still got to come in 2020 with racism, not just in sport but around the world.
Yeah.
So it's just disgusting, isn't it? It is disgusting. There's no other way to put it for me.
I mean, apparently, I said Millwall and Colchester. There was allegedly some at West Ham as well. I watched the game. I watched the game. I didn't clock it first, and I seen a video. I'm like,
I heard it.
You heard it.
I thought it was... do you know what, for me, what I find just ridiculous is that they boo and they claim, oh, it's a political statement, and it's not. It's a sign of solidarity, like, you get me? Like, it's just you showing support for what's going on in the world. That's all it is. But they want to turn it into, oh, nah, it's a political movement, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, grow up. Like, it's a simple, like, it's not even hard to understand. That's why I find it mad.
I think what you're saying is facts, because for me, I think that these men are using the political statement
as an excuse.
To cover the racism.
Yes.
Because for me, I've heard a few men talking about, it's a Marxist society organisation or whatever, and I'm thinking, you might not even know what that means. That's literally, you don't even know what that means.
Yeah,
now, I hear all these men throwing out all this stuff here, and I'm thinking to myself, I heard another guy say, find out what the guys are booing. Now, here's my thing, because people look at, when it comes to the BLM, Black Lives Matter movement, people want to look deep into the origins of BLM and what the owners, where it originated from. But I'm thinking, hold on, these men are not making no money for anyone. So the guy that created BLM, players taking a knee, he's not making any financial gain.
Exactly.
When you're trying to look into if he's corrupt or not.
There's no agenda to it, bro. There's no agenda to it. It's just one equality.
It's literally, you're trying to raise awareness. So for me personally, when you're just coming to the whole, it's a political thing and you're booing this and that. Yeah. This is my thing, right? The BLM movement, as far as the players are concerned, is not to give black people power and control. No way. No one's asking for that.
It's for equality.
It's for equality. And also, you're trying to raise awareness of the inequality
what's going on.
Yes. But my take on it is this, because you've got a lot of people now that they're tired of seeing it. They've seen it for so long now, and it's like the Black Lives Matter is getting too much attention. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they're getting pissed off now, and it's
but then when you spin it, it's like, okay, this has only been 9 months of this attention. What about the years of none of the attention? Do you get me? So like, it's this. You get me? Like, it's minor in the drop. It's a drop in the ocean of what's going on.
It is. But like,
sorry, but even when I look at it, maybe you're not for the Black Lives Movement. Maybe you're not. You may be that person. And I look at an example of in rugby when you look at Billy Rudapolo, who won't take a knee, and a few other men will take a knee. If you don't take a knee, that's your choice. But why are you booing what's going on for? Because people are standing for something that they believe in, right? Just like you might want to believe in God or anything like that, you have your beliefs, and no one should be able to throw trash on that.
100%,
Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
So if you don't like it, stay quiet.
As long as what you believe in is not harming other people, then let people believe in what they want to believe.
Well, here's my thing. Again, if you're gonna disagree with it, if you've done your research into why they're kneeling and you feel that it's not the best way to go about it, that's a discussion to be had. Yeah. So if a man chooses not to take a knee, I'm never gonna knock him for that. But when you've got fans just booing people taking a knee, it's like you're booing the message of equality.
And then you ask what they're booing for, and they don't even know what they're booing for.
And this is the thing. This is my opinion. It's people say, you know, we've moved on because, you know, black people can do this and that, the other.
Because they can vote illegal slaves.
Yeah, but for me personally, you look at it, and this just shows you that racism is still rife in this country. It's still rife because what it is, it seems now, is that you can have people black people entertain you, score goals for you.
Yeah.
If a guy scores a goal, he's a hero, but you don't want to hear him talk too much about how he feels or what it feels like to be oppressed or whatever. So for me, racism still exists, it's just changed form. And you've got, Millwall has black players. I mean, for me personally, these guys have got to go out and perform for you, but you're booing their message. I'm just like,
Do you know what it's for me as well, This is why I think that it's clear to see what's going on, They say, you see in America and all the riots and everything that's happening, they're saying that's not the right way to go about it, like rioting, blah, blah, blah. Even though in the end, it forced all the cops and all that to do that, all them things there, But at the same time, when you're doing the peaceful protests, kneeling, or like diversity, remember that on Britain's Got Talent, they did some dance of Black Lives Matter. People are still complaining, so it's like, so I can't protest peacefully, and I can't protest aggressively. So basically what you're trying to say is, don't say nothing at all and deal with which is like, that's just pure and utter ignorance of racism.
That's what it feels like. It feels like, listen, we'll sing the names, run about for us and score a couple of goals.
But if you're the black guy, entertain us, give us some entertainment, be our little like, you know, you do that for us and then that's it. So that's not how the world works.
And this is my thing, because even for any agenda thing that's going on now, so BLM is one example, but you've got something like rainbow laces going on for the LGBTQ society and whatever. Rather than listen to, like, what strikes me is that, even with the rainbow laces, for instance, the thing is, even if I don't understand or know who's behind the message, I know what the message is, right? So I can take the message on board and think equality for all, that's a fair message. For me to then delve into the owner and talk about, oh, well, the guy that done it, well, you know, he killed 3 guys, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because what he's trying to say is that everyone is equal and you know what I'm saying? So for me, when you're trying to boo it and he's telling me, Black Lives Matter, the person that come up with the organisation, forget that. I don't care, because for me personally, as a black person, I don't care about the person who created Black Lives Matter. Because for me personally, raising awareness isn't putting money in his pockets.
No.
If it was a case of raising money for it, then that's a different thing. But for me, it's about awareness. So when it comes to booing, I just think to myself, you know what? If you're a part of that, shame on you, man. Because there's always a discussion to have. We can have a difference in opinion. You can feel like, you know, certain things need to go a different way. But for me, there's a discussion to be had there.
Man said shame on you. I'm ready to punch someone up.
I hope Millwall, Colchester, West Ham, all you have a shit season, bro.
Well, like you said though, the Colchester owner responded to it. Properly.
But where's that? But you know what? Now he sets stance in it. So now you've almost got to do the same or better than that if you actually believe. If you believe in equality, do you know what I mean? Not even just a move. If you believe in equality,
But let's move on to something a bit more positive. We saw Raul Jimenez the other day suffered seems to be a horrific injury now, fractured skull. News has come out today that he's being discharged from hospital, so that's a bit of a positive for him, and hopefully he can return to playing real soon.
Do you think he's gonna have to wear the pet check helmet for the rest of his career? Because as a keeper, you know what a keeper, it's normal to keep, but a striker, imagine a striker with the striker.
Because he had, who else was it? Was it Stephen Hunt for Reading? Had the same head injury thing before Czech.
Stephen Hunt done it to him as well.
Stephen Hunt done it to him. You're right. Stephen Hunt done it to Czech.
Because he has to, basically. I think he has to.
Do you know what? I think for him, the main thing is getting back to playing first of all, because you see Ryan Mason had to retire on a similar thing where fractured skull. You know what I mean? So I think the main thing for him.
Here's a stat. They call me stat man.
Let's go.
This is the first time Raul Jimenez now got injured. He's played every single game for Wolves since he's signed.
I swear.
Oh, wow.
So like now the guy, so like no injury, and he got the worst injury there is, bro.
That's really interesting because also recently
Not missed the game.
Connor Cody missed his first game since they come over as well. So maybe that's the reason why they've fallen. But we'll talk about them in a sec. Obviously, Statman Nate coming through. But yeah, Nate, obviously United fan. I want to touch on your team just quickly. And we'll talk about them in a bit more depth. But recently, Pogba's agent, Mino Raiola's come out stating that Pogba's unhappy at United and he wants to move. What do you make of the timing? And
I think it's a disgrace. Like I don't mind Pogba wanting to leave. I think like it's not worked out for me. I'm a massive Pogba fan. I've been a huge Pogba fan. I think he's a great player, and I feel like he's been surrounded by a lot of rubbish. And that's he should have done more at certain times, but when he has done well, he's not got the credit. So in that respect, I appreciate Pogba. So if he wants to leave, fair enough. I get it. You're a good player. You want to get on with your career still, but the agent coming out now before a massive the time that we've got a massive match tonight, right?
Yeah.
And the agent saying that is an absolute like if Pogba doesn't release a statement within the next week saying that what his agent did was poor, I'm done with him.
Well,
which is a sad way. It's a sad ending, but that's not accept. You can't be moving like that.
Well, do you know what? It's funny you say that because for me, I think these days my opinion is in this instance, the agent has come out and done the dirty work for Pogba. He's saying what Pogba wants to say.
No, but I hear that. But my point is like keep that behind us. That offer Pogba to every club in the here behind the scenes, and if Pogba wants to go in January, he's gone. But don't make it public. Like that's not right, bro. Like, this is a crucial match, and I see we've been playing Thursday nights in Kazakhstan. I'm not trying to see that. Do you get me? Like,
or whatever you're doing.
But like, I'm not trying to join you, man, fam. So like, you're doing that the night, and now Pogba's not start. I promise you, Pogba's going to start this match today, and now he's on the bench tonight.
But then you flip it on his head, and you think, and I think that Pogba, I agree with you, probably one of the best players out there on his day, 100%. But you men are treating like trash. Like you've actually treated like trash as fans.
No, some of you might know. I agree.
So more time, it's just like
that's what I'm saying.
As a guy that's played there as a youngster, actually showed him no love.
I agree.
And if you say he's your best player,
people
expect the worst.
People forget what he done a couple of years ago when he was actually playing that double role.
Balling out, bro.
The guy was your best player. The guy was your Bruno Fernandes.
And he didn't even get praised for it. He still got criticised, and that's what I mean. That's why I don't mind Pogba. I get it. Like there's too much negativity surrounding him unfairly a lot of time. So I understand if you want to leave, but you bringing mud on the club and all this heat in the club at this time is unacceptable. And like. If you have any respect for the club, if he has any respect for the club, he has to come out and say something about that.
But it's not the first time his agent's come out.
It's not the first time, but like this,
his agent's on crud, fella.
This agent's a mad thing. This agent's a mad thing, but before it's never been like this. Like it's never been so direct and so cutthroat, and especially and the timing of it. More time it's been in the summer and also this is like the time of it is
diabolical. I remember him. I can recall him before coming out against Solskjaer. Solskjaer had to address it in interviews. But you're right. The eve of such a big game just seems criminal. And that's why I think Pogba's silence in this situation is also criminal.
Criminal. And that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't say something, it hurts me, bro. I'm one of Pogba's biggest fans. If he doesn't say something, I'm done with him.
Yeah, but I'm done with him. And let's be honest, we know how much the agent fees are. Does him going against what his agent's saying affect what move he gets next?
I don't think
because
so.
They have
because that agent is so money hungry and so power hungry. Even Pogba said disagree with him, that agent's still gonna try and get him to Real Madrid or Juve because he's getting a fat check. He doesn't care.
He's not going to Real Madrid.
Maybe not, but he's going to Palace Juve. Juve.
Real Madrid's not that great.
I've heard that Zidane wants him, but it's the salary. That's what I'm saying.
But it's money, bro.
Real Madrid are funded by the government, fam.
Apparently, because he's only got 1 year in his contract, but this summer it's going to be 50 mil. Or January it might be a little bit more, 50 mil plus bonuses.
But you've extended it to next year, innit? The contract.
Yeah, but like if you sell your player with less than 1 year left, you're getting extended for chicken change. So he's going to go this January or this next summer.
Fair. Well, that leads us nicely into the first game. Obviously, United, West Ham United. Pogba actually had a good game. He played well. He scored a goal. United, it was a good finish. Possibly another VAR intervention could have prevented that, but we'll touch on that. But again, United starting slow, going behind. Could have been out of sight by half time.
Fifth time in a row now, bro.
and you've come back and turned it around. So for me, the question is it sloppy United or is it a sign of great character?
It's both. I think it's this is where Oli has to get blamed for like not getting. Well, it's the players and Oli, but like you can't be starting all these matches that poorly. Like every single time we're starting slow, making a stupid mistake, criminal mistakes actually, like mistakes that you should not see a top side make. But then you see the second half and we play some football and you're like, yo, that's some serious stuff. So it's kind of like, where's Oli's management at the beginning of games? But what I find funny is if you look at last year, we used to start games really well, and then we'd make mistakes in the second. And that is Oli as a whole. Yeah, he does some great things and he does some catastrophic things. There's no middle ground with Oli. It's either great or poor.
No.
It's either great.
You go, because I want to get onto this guy back. So I said great, fam.
Yeah, my thing with Oli.
My
thing with Oli is this, because I think there's a few ways you can look at it. So you can look at it as well, he always turns it around, he comes back.
Yeah.
The other way you can look at it is that's the potential the squad has got. So you've got the potential to be at that peak. Okay. But is Oli holding you back in a sense? Because of a guy that makes the right decisions from the off, could you not unleash a team to be doing even better when they're capable of that?
So since Bruno's come in, so this whole calendar year, January this calendar year, which team has won the most points in the Premier League?
No, but that's not the point.
No, it is the point. No, it is the point. No, wait. If my team has won more points than Liverpool, all these big clubs, there's not a single club.
And you've won no trophy.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. But I'm talking about since Bruno's come, since he's got one of his players that he wanted.
We haven't won him. He's the head coach.
No, we didn't want Bruno. We wanted Bruno.
No, you said Oli. Oli did not. No, someone else said having Bruno. Oli don't have that hold weight. Oli doesn't want hold weight.
Oli doesn't sign the players, but Oli says what he wants.
And Bruno didn't come to United because of Oli.
Yeah,
that's true.
Oli doesn't hold weight.
No power in that.
There's no weight. No, Oli might not have the pulling power, but Oli can say, I want this player. And if you can get him from me.
But here's my question.
Sorry, would you like to say where you got your source from?
I can't say that. I can't keep that on the record.
What I'd like to ask you then, mate, is this, because you're saying that obviously you've won the worst points since Bruno come in.
But I think that's a valid,
It's valid.
That's my point. I say that because Oli gets all this heat, and I'm not saying Oli's the best manager in the league. He's just not.
But if you say you've won the most points since Bruno come in and whatnot, my thing is this. So back end of last season, you went on a run to finish top 4, right?
Facts.
But if you're arguing that point, you've won the most points, he's come in and whatever, then right now you should be involved in the title race.
We've got a game in hand and we're 5 points off. So if we win that game in hand, which I think it's against West Brom, we're 2 points off the top. So we are.
Okay,
technically we are.
And
we're playing poorly. And then, as you said, Oli has these purple patches where 3 months. He's done it twice now. He has 3 months where we play some great football, and then we look terrible another month, So the fact that we're not even playing well right now, we're coming back with these wins, and we're only 2 points off the top. Well, if we win this game and have 2 points off the top, if we go on like 3 month run, I'm telling you, man.
So you feel you're in the title race, yeah?
I don't want to say it's that deep, because I don't want to commit, but I'm saying
you're capable of being up there.
Right now we are points wise. Right now we are.
I just want to address a couple of things. Sorry, Kes. Firstly, don't ever say Oli does greatness. He doesn't do greatness. I'll tell you that now. Because when I see the personnel at United, especially going forward, I should be seeing more goals than they score already, than they have scored, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about also the system you man play, because
we have about 5 systems.
That's what I'm saying. You man, I think, and this is where Oli makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Because the firepower that you man have, and you play football in the wrong half of the pitch most of the time. Because when I look at someone like Tottenham and their firepower, and when I think firepower, I look at Kane and Son. I look at you, man, and I'm seeing Cavani, and I'm seeing Mason Greenwood, and I'm seeing Rashford, and Martial on his day can be up there.
Yeah.
Why are you not trying to play in the wrong parts of the field? And then you've got Bruno Fernandes is always gonna has the ability to change games.
I think with Kane right now, he's the best player in the league.
No, but what I'm saying, you have the ability to change games. So when I'm looking at firepower and the people you have, especially going forward, is that the games that you've lost or dropped points out, these games you should be winning. And the system's changed because you man went from counter-attacking last season when you was winning and you had the good run, to then you want to start playing tiki-taka football and it's not for you, man.
But you're saying that, but
no, but you're having Fred and McTominay shit.
Fred
to try and pass
Fred
around.
Don't get me. I think I hate Fred.
That's what I don't get, innit? That's what I don't get about United, innit?
Yeah, but
that's what I don't get.
You say that, right? But then my point, there's only let's bring out the stats again, yeah. Guardiola, yeah, there's only when minimum 5 games. There's only 2 managers who have a better record than him. Who's that? Klopp and Oli. Frank Lampard, everyone raves about Frank Lampard. Man United played Chelsea 5 times. We won 3 times, drawn 1, lost 1. Yeah, but Frank Lampard is the next big thing. Yeah, he's this massive guy. Gets no heat. But Oli gets all this heat. Oli's Big 6 record is good. Like, I'm not saying I don't think Oli's the best man. I think he's not a great manager. Yeah? I don't think he's a great manager at all in terms of that. But he gets. We beat Leipzig 5-0.
Yeah.
We beat PSG. We're the first team since 2004 to beat PSG at home. He does all these things, and no one says nothing.
Do you know why? Though? Do you know why?
He gets nothing.
Do you know why?
Because apparently the players are so good.
You know why?
Another time I'm hearing the players are shit. So
I'll tell you why. No, because Oli gets a few standout results that when you bring up stats, they look great, yeah? But so you mentioned PSG.
But you have to give him credit.
Okay,
for
you
it.
do. So you beat PSG in Paris, yeah? Then when it comes to the crunch game to come through, you lost to PSG. It made some.
But I don't think. No, but even in that match, I don't think that's down to Oli. Martial
managed it poorly. Fred got live 5 times, and he should have been sent off.
But Cavani, they always shot. We could have had that game better than buried.
But here's the thing. So my thing is this, because I think that with this comeback,
his in-game management, I agree.
In-game management is a bit whack, and also I think that what's happening now is that you guys are coming back and beating teams, and it looks great because you turn up second half.
But that's firepower.
It's firepower, but also it's against teams that you should be just beating anyway. Yeah. When you look at the lineups, you come back and beat Southampton. Now, when you've got to look at the lineup on paper, you should be beating Southampton every day.
I hear that.
West Ham again, same thing.
No, I hear that, but then West Ham this season have got points off City, all these big teams. They've got points. Like they're a better team. That's what I'm trying to say. Like people look at it as Man United, West Ham, and I agree we should beat them. But these even Southampton. We rave about how good Southampton have been this season. Like these aren't dead teams. Like
they're not.
Okay,
but even Southampton. Sorry to cut you. Southampton have been a team.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, but they've been a team that've been based on having their main players fit.
And
when you play them, you've got their main striker out, Redmond out.
I agree.
When you look at the lineup,
that's fair.
you should be beating them. You know
That's
what I'm saying? West Ham, missing Antonio, the main guy. You should be rolling up and beating them.
I hear you.
Just one more question, because I don't want to talk about Man United too much because this guy's defensive fan.
I'm not, bro. I'm just
2 weeks ago,
Kes,
and you remember, man was saying, Oli out, put in. What are you saying?
No. I've stood by that. I am put.
But you said he does great things though.
I'm not. Yeah, but I've also said he does catastrophic things. I think Oli has no middle ground. I think it's either.
Is he in or out?
So
I'm not in or out. But
this guy's already got to what he's saying.
No. I said it. But
so he's gone from Statman Nate to Hopscotch Nate. In, out, and all that.
He's shaking all
I've always said that. The reason why I don't mind Oli is because if you look at the squad that Oli's built, since he's been in tenure and he's got rid of people and brought in people, it's the best squad we've had since Fergie. That's a fact.
Okay.
So if we get a manager such as Poch or someone of that ilk that's going to come in and we get him, then Oli has to dip then Poch is going to have a great squad to work with. However, if we get Oli and we bring someone like Allegri, who's a great manager in certain ways, but not for the style Man United play, I'd rather have Oli because at least Oli's trying to play attacking football. I don't want this defensive thing again. That's why I'm saying Oli. I'm not Oli out because, as I said, he's still winning more points than anyone else right now. Like it's not as bad. It's not as doom and gloom as people make it out.
Don't say right now. It's January.
Right now.
You're forgetting this up beforehand.
This calendar year.
Okay, well listen. Let's.
I'm talking about seasons, man. I'm talking about calendar years.
Oli's only been here, and he's. What do you mean? You have to look at it.
We can return to Oli on a social later. Let's kick off from United. I mean, you compared Oli to Frank Lampard,
overrated,
which is interesting because if you look at the Chelsea game next, a 3-1 victory against a good Leeds side.
They were top. Yeah.
If you look at how Chelsea are doing this season, for me they're looking like genuine contenders, and I feel like Lampard has gone out.
Yeah.
He done well with the youngsters in his first season. He's gone out and he's added to that squad.
He deserved that as well. He deserved that money for what he has.
And I look at Chelsea now, and they've got depth. I mean, Giroud came into the starting lineup.
It was their third choice at one point.
Yeah, he come in having scored 4 in the Champions League the week before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Zuma's on the scoring again. Pulisic coming back from injury.
I told you Zuma's better than them, man. You know, better than Naive. I told you.
Let's not get into this.
Let's not get into that. But Chelsea against a good Leeds side.
I think
for me in this game have shown their potential.
They were good. Chelsea were very, very good this match.
Just I know obviously Pana's not here. I know he said this game he was scared, innit? You remember he said for weeks he was saying when we play against teams like Leeds because they have the players to open them up. And to be fair, Leeds didn't play badly. And I seem like when Leeds lose, they don't play badly.
No.
Obviously, Bernardo done his thing.
But
like you said, Chelsea got the depth, firepower, and the quality to just see him off. And
you said about
he said Leeds being like the best teams ever made.
Against,
But honestly, Chelsea just create chances.
I'll tell you why though. Because I think Chelsea demolished you know about expected goals, yeah? Chelsea had an expected goal score of 4, which is like a team, this is equivalent of a team winning 8-0. Like a 4 of expected goals is like, because Leeds, as good as they are at the press and as high press, there's no transition. Like, it's end-to-end stuff. Leeds have in this season, Leeds have the most expected goals on them because of how they play. Like it's a Jekyll and Hyde thing. It's like what they do really well is really good, but at the same time it has massive negative effects.
But I do think Leeds deserve credit for that though, because for a team that's just come up from the Championship,
I like
to come up and drown.
I like
come up and give it a go.
Fight.
And for me, what I've seen
it's
from Leeds,
and they don't change nothing for them.
Exactly. So what I've seen from Leeds, no matter who they come up against,
they play the same way.
And they play well. They've taken points of Arsenal. They drew against Arsenal. They drew against Man City.
Hard, is it?
Not hard. But the draw against Man City is not hard.
They give Liverpool
a game. They give Chelsea a game.
Yeah.
They come up and they're playing consistently.
But Chelsea that match, Chelsea were top that. I can't lie. Chelsea they should have won. They could have scored 6 or 7.
Yeah, I agree. Really sure, especially as well.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to say about Frank. Yeah, you're saying, look, Frank, Chelsea looking like this and this season. That's what quickly bring it back. Yeah. They've only got was it one? I think 1 point more than or even game in hand. So
but you know the difference is for me.
And we're playing poor and they're playing amazing. Apparently. So how good is Frank Lampard?
But this is why I say what the difference is for me and the defining factor is when I watch Chelsea, I can see an identity. I can see what Lampard's trying to do with the team. Okay. I can see how he's trying to play.
I hear you.
I watch Man United and I just think you know what. Cavani, go on and save me. Or Rashford, Bruno. I bet listen, my job's online. Go on and help. Do your thing.
You know what? Kick it some fast guy.
It's just it just seems more Sunday league manager and social. Like, listen, boys, please. It's like he's begging the man to come on and do a thing.
That's my point. But then you say that, and then Frank's come up against Oli multiple times and failed the test every single time. So how good is Frank? If he's got this identity, he can't be Oli got a
but Frank in his first, have you played Chelsea this season?
Yeah, 0-0. And we would have bet, and even at 0-0, we were still the better team. Chelsea did nothing.
So there's one game this season, but the season before, you played Chelsea on a ban. You do all the youngsters and whatever. So I feel like
I hear that. They increased their score this year.
I feel like this season's continuing.
That's why I'm not pulling Frank up. Like unlike Arteta, I mean I'm struggling, but Frank, like I'm gonna give him because he's got a good summer this year. Let's see what he does with it. But
let's see. And so far, I mean the signs are promising.
Giroud, that match was he brought him for years.
I want to touch on just like quick. I know Pana ain't gonna like this, but obviously Giroud's on fire in that, and the team's playing well. Timo Werner, he come up to me that his finishing is actually terrible. Terrible. He actually misses so many chances. It's unreal. And I feel like he's not been flagged up because the team's doing well and he'll still get an assist in that, but his finish is actually
as long as Timo Werner's in a team that creates a lot of chances, he'll look like he's a top finisher, he's a top goal scorer because he's going to get you goals, but he misses a lot. He misses a lot
of chances.
Yeah, he does, man.
Yeah.
Like easy chances, not like hard.
A lot of easy chances. I clocked against a Newcastle game a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he does.
He misses quite a few, simple
but
ones.
someone that's transitioned from Germany to here, he does look.
He does.
He's decent, that's what I mean. And he stretches the game. And he also offers like he drifts wide. He creates this like he's not just a goal. He's a good player.
And I think it makes Abraham look better as well in that number 9 position because they can link up well. And so now for me, Chelsea are going to be a threat.
Although one player that I'm disappointed with Chelsea is Havertz.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed so far. But I'm giving it's a new league. Like, you can't. I'm not joking, but like I am disappointed with him. Like because Ziyech has come and looked good. Werner's missed chances, but he also looks good. Do you know what I mean? Havertz.
But I think we do give new players a grace.
You got.
And I think he will come good because I remember him for Leverkusen being an absolute thriller. Let's see what happens. But I think Chelsea are
they do look good. They do look good. Well, up to Pana, but you know.
Yeah. Talking of title contenders, obviously Liverpool 4-0 Wolves. Now, to be fair, I've got a big Liverpool up in this instance because they've proved me wrong in the sense that they keep marching on, minus Van Dijk, minus all these minus all the injuries. Yeah. They're putting the team out and they're playing well. To beat a Wolves team 4-0 that just beat Arsenal, like it's not hard, but clean sheet, score 4 goals, Salah Mane on the score sheet. I think, you know what? I think that it'd be silly to write Liverpool off in terms of.
Listen, they're showing true champion kind of character because you know you got a couple guys out, or had a couple guys out, and you're just fighting through it. And to be fair, what they done to Wolves here, it's actually horrible. Yeah, it's actually horrible what they done to Wolves.
Wolves were lacking Jimenez.
Yeah, which always takes a danger. But while we're on Wolves, I don't know what's going on with this whole diving situation because for me, diving's a booking. So how are you getting away with diving without bookings? I don't know, but because VAR is jumping in and it doesn't make any sense to me.
It's every week, man. It's like since VAR's come in, there's no more yellow cards for diving.
Some rules have just been in the bin.
Yeah.
But props to Liverpool, man.
Liverpool, it annoys me because I just can't stand Liverpool, but like they're a top side, man.
This is a show where we share some honesty, but also we're very true about what's going on in the actual situation.
Do you know what peed me off? Is that like you know how like what's made me so happy is when every time Alisson gets injured, they bring a fucking Adrian, it's awful, and then they bro, the guy is sick.
Adrian is actually dead. He's actually better than Adrian.
This ginger body, the bob head. He's coming like he's been there all the time.
That annoys me. I can't like that annoys me.
But what I would ask you, mate. So if Liverpool do go on to retain the title, where does that rank them amongst the great teams that won the league? The United teams. Where's that put them?
It puts them top 5.
Yeah.
It puts them top 5. I think the Invincibles are still. I think they'll still be behind the Invincibles. This Man United team, 07 and then the treble winning Man United team.
Ronaldo, Tevez,
and the treble winning Man United team, and then the
Man City team,
the 100-point that season, and then you've also got the Chelsea, the Mourinho, the first stint of Chelsea when they conceded like 12 goals.
Can I take the thing though? You see the treble winning team.
Which one? The Man United.
The Man United treble winning team. Yeah, the 98-99.
What are you gonna say? The points thing.
Well. Obviously the feat itself was amazing. Win the Champions League, win the FA Cup, win the league. But you slightly needed favours to win the league on the last day.
You say that, but then I hear you. I hear your point. But if it's so easy to win the treble, why is no one else doing it?
No, that's what I'm saying. So I hear what you're saying. Yeah. But you're talking about the whole treble. I'm talking about the Premier League.
Oh, just side. As a Premier League side.
Yeah, that season.
But the caveat to that is like if they were just going for the Premier League and they didn't have to rotate and focus on the FA Cup and the Champions League, they're probably gonna be fresher for other games. And
you're right. You know what? To be fair, I stand.
Imagine them side man at United back in them days.
Yeah. No, but United had the depth.
One of the social was a side man.
We had Sheringham, Solskjaer, Andy Cole.
Imagine stopping Dennis Irwin out. Who you bring in?
Dennis Irwin he's underrated.
I stand corrected as well because I say you need a favour, but it was you beat Tottenham on the last day. So to be fair, you dealt with yourself. Because we was hoping that you'd flop Tottenham and then fucking
If Liverpool have to do it back to back for me to give them the respect that they deserve respect for what they did, but they need more. They need to do more than you can't just win the league once.
I know, but winning it 25 points clear or whatever is a madness.
It was a madness. But however, at the same it was, and I that's what I mean. They're a top team, but at the same time, I can't lie. Every other team last year was terrible. It's one of the worst quality of depth I've seen in the Premier League for a while.
Yeah. But I mean,
it's no shame with Liverpool. Exactly, it's no shame with Liverpool.
Fair, man. I mean, the next game.
One thing I'll say about. I want to say shout out Wolves players, Podence. I think Podence is a baller. I think that guy is a baller. I think he's one to watch for the next few years. I think he's proper. He's proper.
And one I want to add to that, probably not Neto.
Neto as well.
They've got techie man.
Yeah, they do.
Like they actually need some techie man.
Yeah,
they got techie.
You know when we played them last week, I looked at the lineups and I'm looking at them thinking, do you know what? Their lineup's actually stronger than ours.
No, but
I'm looking at them thinking, do you know what? On paper, Arsenal should beat Wolves, But when I see the lineup and they've gone 4-3-3, Traore, and they come against Jimenez here, I'm like, well, big man, I'm not expecting to win this game.
Also, I'm not expecting
to win every time I play them.
When they signed Neto and Podence and them man, I didn't even fucking heard of them.
Yeah.
And then, no, you might have. I never heard of them.
Yeah. No.
And then I'm seeing the tech here. I'm thinking, where the fuck did this guy
Where's
come
my
from?
scouts? Where's my scouts? Yeah.
Exactly that. So when you say that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where, like, there's no excuse for Arsenal to be in the position they're in when man like Wolves and Leicester can go out and sign
Do you know what it is though? Do you know what
man.
it is? I think I'm not even taking the mick here, yeah? When there's a wavy young Portuguese player, I don't think we've got a chance. Like everyone, it's Portuguese FC in Wolves, bro. Like,
you know why you're right.
It's Portuguese FC and Conor Cody. Like,
No, you're right. And you know why you're right?
No
Yeah?
choice.
Because I'll tell you the truth. You see Wolves, yeah? Wolves come like, when they win the championship, they come like some FIFA team, career mode.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're signing man.
Neves.
How you
From
Neves
Porto.
from Porto
Oh.
and Diego Jota from Atletico Madrid on loan in the championship. They had them in the championship.
They turned the transfers to amateur
Blood.
and go to you remember Football Manager, yeah? You used to sell your Dennis Slayer for bare fees, fam. That's what
Bro, they
And he gets like-
had them man in the championship. Neves scoring bangers. I'm thinking, how's Neves gone from Champions League to championship? Like, it's mad.
I think Neves is the best. I was actually had this discussion the other day. I think Neves and maybe Adel Taarabt are the two best championship players I've ever seen. Like, as in the performance they were doing in the.
No, Taarabt. You got
Taarabt,
old school Taarabt was different.
It was different, baby.
If you know, you know.
Yeah,
Old school Taarabt.
That brings us on nicely though, Kes. I'm sure he was at.
He was at Spurs, but listen, let's move on. The next game is not a game I really want to touch on, but we're here, man. Tottenham 2, Arsenal 0.
Huh?
Now,
Can't say that. Just talk about the game, don't talk about
yeah,
the
well, that's just, it is what it is, man. And here's the thing, man. Listen, because I'm gonna keep it real. Number one, I don't really want this to turn into some Arsenal fan TV 2 thing where we're just slating Arsenal every week and that. I don't want it. So here's the thing. I want to keep it real with this game. First of all, big up to Spurs. Yeah, I know I say big up Spurs. That's through gritted teeth. But you know what? It was again a Mourinho masterclass. And for me, this is why Spurs are dangerous, because you didn't play no great football. I think you had 29% possession, or we had 69% possession in the game.
Yeah, something
right?
like that. Yeah.
But you've won 2-0. Yeah. Now I look at the game and I think to myself, listen, every man and his dog knew what Mourinho was going to do in this game. Same way you beat City, same way whatever. So you men are beating the teams around you and the lesser teams and picking up points. So you deserve credit for that, right? For me, I look at Arsenal and I'm not gonna lie, before the game, I wasn't too unhappy with the lineup based on what we've got at the minute. I saw it, I thought, you know what, I saw Lacazette in the Europa League. I know it was Europa League, but I was like, you know what, I can see maybe that's better than what we got. When we approach the game now, I look at it and I think to myself, not playing too bad, but the real issue is we've got too much dead wood at the club. Too much dead wood, because I see numerous balls going into the box, good balls, but into a striker, Bam, who's not prolific in the air. It's not his game. So it's like you're throwing the balls in there, and it's like
that's one thing I saw. This is not my style.
It's not
match of the day.
It's like you got
match of the day. They said that I think you, Lacazette and Aubameyang, you got they both scored a decent amount of goals for your club. Only 7 of them being headed. So why are you crossing the ball?
It's like, passing the ball down the channels. They expect Kes to run onto. He's not going to do that. Pass the ball to his feet.
you know them ones, the feet, cuz the feet. You know.
He ain't running channels, fam. Especially not now, man. He ain't running channels. So just play to his feet.
But that's what I mean. That's got to be on Arteta's head. I don't care about how poor the player. You said the player. Arteta should know. We are not prolific in the air. Why are we? And he's banging on in the press conference. Oh, we got 50 crosses now, man.
I mean, there's two sides. On the one hand, you can argue that, but in my opinion, when you've got at the minute no Bangayang and lack of net up top, you're never gonna get goals, man. Yeah, you know them ones. You know.
I know you've been waiting for that.
You know them ones, fam.
He's a
lack of net and no Bangayang, fam. That's what it feels like, fam. Like the strike force is terrible at the
minute. The sooner you guys get rid of Lacazette, lack of net, the better you are.
You know what? I'll be real with you, and I think everyone knows it as well. The creativity is missing. Honestly, is missing. So that's a start. I'm not gonna talk about who you need to bring in. There's no creativity. Bring in something. Emil Smith-Rowe or someone.
I don't care.
Like someone
trust me.
We're a bit hard. We saw Hart last week. I'm pissed off. I'm getting pissed off because I want Arteta to do well, and I don't mind finishing 7th or 8th, and we're transitioning.
But showing some sort of
how you style of play.
Like,
do not play Lacazette at number 10. Don't do that. Do you know what's getting pissed off with as well, yeah? Fucking Bellerin. Because I don't know what he's good at. And I'm struggling to see what he's good at. I honestly think...
He's good at pace.
When you look at the starting right backs...
Bellerin.
I reckon he's the worst, or definitely the bottom 3 starting right backs in the league. Because I don't know what he's offering at the moment.
I'll tell you the truth, yeah. I'll be real with Bellerin, yeah? Because you're right. He's defensively dead, and going forward doesn't offer much, yeah? He's a model.
Mate.
Listen, this guy's
fashion model.
He's fashion. You look at him.
If he's swag's as good as his fucking football,
Blind.
he'd be
I watch
Ronaldo
Pana.
fan.
Pana's a Chelsea fan, yeah? Pana loves Bellerin. Why? Because he's got the swags and the wear. Football-wise, yeah, he brings nothing. And you know what? I even like Bellerin because you know what? I like his message.
Arsenal
and
Academy
also you're trying to save trees and do the no animal cruelty. I like that. But when I watch him on the pitch, I can't back him, blood.
Do you know one thing I will say? Yeah, I do agree. Bellerin is not living up to what he should have. However, the way you guys play and the problem is what I see Arteta wants. He wants. You got Partey who's top, but he's been injured, right? Then Xhaka, I'm sorry, you guys know that Xhaka's not good enough for your team, right? So Arteta wants to play off the 2 pivot all the time, yeah, and then the wing backs push.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you have Xhaka who delays the pass for so long, and then I've seen it so many times. He plays the pass to Bellerin or Tierney, and he puts them under pressure immediately. And the problem is that Bellerin just doesn't have the facilities to take the ball under pressure
at all,
and then move it.
He doesn't. But can I just say, sorry to cut you, yeah, because this is why I come back.
If you had a better player there, Bellerin would look at that.
What do you mean a better player?
Hold on.
We need bare.
Hold on. But what I want to say is this, yeah. This is why it comes back to the manager for me, yeah, because I know you come from Pep and whatever, yeah, but you can come in with an identity and a philosophy, whatever, yeah. But listen, even I know from my managerial career on FIFA, yeah, that when you come in and inherit a squad, you can have any ideas in the world.
If you don't have
if they're all the players,
then don't play it.
Exactly. So you have to work with what you've got until you get what you want.
I hear you.
So when you come in and you tell me that, okay, well, Ozil doesn't press, so I'm going to get rid of him, and then I'm going to play whatever.
It's a great point because if you look at last season, Arteta low-key went on a Mourinho flex against Liverpool, United.
Ozil played games last season.
There was like Chelsea, and he won
Chelsea, exactly.
And he won all 4. It was like 30% possession.
Exactly. So until you get the man that you want,
you've
got to work with the man that are there.
But I guess in the caveat to that is that he's trying to change the culture at the club again.
And
he wants to. But then the problem is that right now you're in relegation. Where's the cash?
Oh, that hurts. No, man, come on, no. Did it? No.
I'll be with you now.
Relegation.
Start saying Arsenal relegation. You ain't coming back.
No. Did he actually?
I've got another fucking 20 odd weeks this. I mean, this dickhead trying to say we're relegation.
Nah, man, come with relegation.
We'll come back.
That one hurts, son. Nah, you know what, yeah.
What we saying?
Listen, guys. Get a first and last clips of Nate. He hasn't seen it. But real talk, yeah. He has to work with the man that he's got for now. And don't get me wrong. Since he come in, this is why I liked him in the beginning because he come in and he gave the initial bounce and the initial injection of life to certain man. Yeah. But I think now the reality kicks in. So you gave life to Xhaka.
Yeah.
And he had a little boost, and he did well. He done all he can with Xhaka, but he's not good enough. That's the fact. El Neni,
not good enough.
Yeah, not good enough. Alongside Partey, looked alright, whatever. Bellerin, not good enough. There's too many men that are just not good enough, right? And here's the reality of it, yeah. The problem for me is this, yeah. I get my greatest satisfaction watching Premier League years and Henry 100 Premier League goals and all that.
Big up
them, man, because you know what? That's why I have to go now because these men right now, I said to you, I said to you, I support the Gunners. These men are the Gunners. Yeah, I said it. These men are the Gunners, man. Yeah, and I need for me, here's the thing. I think that Arteta. I'm not Arteta out.
I think everything you touched on last week was spot on with Arteta. I've been saying it. I think you have to give him props for making your team defensively much more compact and making your team much better, harder to play against. Because in recent years, it's been like you go to Arsenal and it's like when you go out on a night out, you find a loose thing, you know it's off pant season, That was Arsenal. You go to Arsenal, that was Arsenal, You knew what you were getting, Arteta's, he's like,
off pant season.
With Arsenal now, you go to Arsenal, you know, okay, you got a tough game, game.
I'm gonna have to disagree there because when you go and it's off camp, we hope it's consensual. With the Arsenal, you come Arsenal, that weren't consensual. We didn't consent to that. We didn't agree to that. But when guys were arching them at the back, we didn't consent for
Let's bring it back.
The fans did anyway. Let's bring it back.
But what I was saying is that what you said last week when you said like Sam Allardyce could have done that. 100%. That's what Arteta. You give props to Arteta for doing it. But then I've been saying it like I've not seen like this Pep like tiki taka masterclass going forward. I know you need players for it, but at the same time, I've still not seen enough.
You're not seeing it, but here's the thing.
You're gonna see it.
Because he's been there 12 months now. For me personally, I look at it. The first season, I say you've inherited Emery's team, whatever. The second season, I need to see more improvement, right?
Yeah.
Now my thing is this: Emery held a lot of corn for a lot less than what Arteta is getting away with.
Big facts.
He's held a lot of corn.
Facts.
Now, if you look at Emery in his first season, he slipped up on the last day of the season for top 4 against Brighton.
Yes.
If they won that, we would have been in the top 4.
Yes.
And then also we slipped up in the cup final against Chelsea.
Yeah.
So he could have made Champions League first season, it flopped.
Yeah.
The second season, it sort of fell apart and he was outed. Now you look at Arteta, less experience, right? But he's getting away with a lot worse than Emery.
He is, yeah.
And you look at Emery now, in contrast, he's at Villarreal, 3rd in La Liga. I know La Liga's a bit left now, but you still got to give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is this, and this is what I'm saying to Arsenal fans in general, is it's either we're going to back the manager or we're going to come a chop and change thing for the next 10 years because we caught you even hounded out Emery for doing better than what Arteta is now, and now you have to bite the bullet of Arteta. Now, don't get me wrong, I personally believe that it's not the right decision to get rid of Arteta now. You got to back him. Give him. I think you got to give him a couple of windows because you see what he's trying to do. But the thing for me with Arteta is, I think that he's come from Pep, and seen a couple of the cutthroat decisions Pep's made, and he's trying to initiate that too early. Because I look at the Arsenal team now.
He's trying to do it, but the difference is Pep had the facility, still had some, or at least some facilities that.
This is what I'm saying. I look at Arteta.
You can't just
I look at Arteta. He's seen Guendouzi fuck up against Brighton and tell Mope XYZ, you got rid of Guendouzi. I'm watching Guendouzi now play for her for Berlin, thinking I could do with Guendouzi in midfield now. I could do with Guendouzi in there now. I could do that nitty gritty bullshit in there now. As a youth. Then I see Amit Ozil from the 25-man squad.
That's baffling.
I'm like, listen, I keep mentioning it. I'm thinking Ozil doesn't start every game for me. No way.
I agree.
And I get that he's a passenger in certain games, but you can't tell me he doesn't make
even as an impact sub 70 minutes and you need to
tell me he doesn't make your 25-man squad. And I just think with Arteta that he's going to be a great coach. Don't get twisted. He's going to be a great coach, manager, whatever. But you're trying to do too much too early.
Too early. You're trying to stamp your authority too much. It's not too early. It's just too much. You're trying to do too much of it.
Too much. Because if you didn't bring an Aouar, who was going to come in, if you brought an Aouar,
perfect.
If you brought
Partey, Aouar, and Gabriel, that's a big window.
There you go.
That's a spot.
But if you're not going to bring in all of them, man, keep Ozil around. Okay.
I'll tell you now. I know in the move, innit? More time. When I saw that, it was Mr. Miyagi versus Daniel Son, because more time. The way Mourinho done Arteta. You know what I mean? He done it. And I don't want to talk about Arsenal anymore because I got to give props to Tottenham because they've done what... No, we haven't. And they've done what they asked to do, And I'm looking at Højbjerg, and I look at the central defenders now looking at different. I say looking different. And I look at Son and Kane. I'm always going to show some quality around that up front. But let me just say one thing about safety of players, because
Harry Kane.
I'm actually fed up with Harry Kane.
Facts.
Fed up with Harry Kane. Facts. Because more time you're putting big guys at risk when you're not going for the ball and you're punching it. And you touch the ball the other week,
and you're getting fouled.
Big.
That's what I want to touch on because can't take nothing away from Tottenham. Tottenham deserve 3 points. Tottenham will be up there because the way they play at the moment under
Harry Kane and Son are
but Kane is the worst at putting players and the safety and more time. That's a dangerous tackle.
But I think it's just coming to the limelight now, so I'm hoping that refs are going to start, because...
But you should hope that they see this...
You should hope that they should always see this player done.
You're right.
He's England captain, so it's very different. His rules are different.
You're right. But what I want to say before we do kick on is first and foremost, like I said, Tottenham do deserve credit. Because they execute the plan perfectly. And also, as much as it pains me to say it, I have to say that I believe Tottenham are going to be contenders.
Yeah,
they are.
No matter how they play it down, they are. Because you know what they're showing is a level of consistency, and I've also seen with Mourinho, he's improved so many players there. I mean, direct centre back. We got onto the first week.
You can also see like the morale of the team. They all look
they
like,
believe in it. Yeah. Direct centre back looks like a proper player. Aurier, right back.
That's the one that I'm baffled. I can't believe that guy is a catastrophe, and he's looking like
he's looking at getting signed of the season with Højbjerg.
Musa Sissoko. He's looking solid.
Man's gone from a number 10 to playing like
holding. One thing I will say there about Tottenham, I still think like if you look at every classic Mourinho team, it's the long ball into the centre forward, Drogba, they hold it down. If Kane gets injured, which you can kind of bank on it, he does.
Got Vinicius? I don't know.
Nah, it's not. It's like in the Champions League when Kane's not played, they lost. Like if Kane gets injured, it could all collapse. That's all I'm gonna say. It relies on Kane a lot.
For as long as this wave,
if Kane stays fit, they might win.
Then I say, you know what? You got to say fair play to Spurs.
Yeah, facts.
And also, I just got to say, and you might, Mourinho for me is showing. Because people are saying he's finished.
People are saying he's washed,
But I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, for me, Mourinho is showing that if you back him the way he wants to be backed, he will do a job for you. I think at United, he wasn't backed how he wanted to be backed, and therefore it sort of diminishes.
I think he was backed and then he wasn't backed. But
he was, he wasn't. But you got to back him. But you know what?
I hear you.
We'll kick on, man. We'll kick on. Obviously, next game. I mean, to be honest with you, next game, City, Fulham.
Not much.
There's not much to dwell on in this game.
Standard City playing their football.
Yeah, I think, like I said again, every man and his dog would have City to win this game.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say about this game is that, for me personally, City won this game 2-0.
Yeah.
If this game was played 3 or 4 weeks before,
6-0.
Yeah, City win this game 6-7-0.
I agree.
But for me, what I've seen from Fulham, even though they've lost this game, is they're improving.
I agree.
Under Scott Parker and in the Prem, they're finding their feet.
I agree.
And I just feel like, you know what?
I agree.
The Fulham you'll see now isn't the Fulham of the first.
I think Fulham are going to be. There's the two certainties that go down every season, and then the one in the third, the one in the 18th place one is always between like 3 or 4 teams. Yeah. I think Fulham have a chance to maybe stay. They're the team that's gonna. I think Sheffield United and West Brom, which we'll get onto. I think they're both done and dusted in this league.
Yeah,
I think Fulham are the ones that are going to be dancing.
100%. And if Fulham do survive, do you know what? I'll be real. I'll invite any Fulham fan on here to come and gloat. Listen, and I may even put on a Fulham shirt.
I was going to say, if Fulham stay up, I'll put on a shirt.
I'll tell you the truth. I'll put a point in that. I'll put on a Fulham shirt because Fulham have taken a lot of corn from us, man, at the start. And if you do pull it off, this will be greater than the Great Escape. So
have you guys, any of you man ever gone to Craven Cottage?
No,
I've not. No.
They are. I'm telling you this right now. Fulham have the worst fans in the Premier. It is quiet. There's no passion.
I'm actually fed up with you, though. You've come with it bringing their negativity.
No.
And now Fulham.
Fulham.
Leave Fulham alone for me.
I like Fulham.
2000 in their stadium, yeah?
No, I like.
Listen, I'm telling you now, it's had a mad impact. If you guys are in your stadium, ain't having nothing.
I'm telling you, no. My Man United fans, away fans, are one of the best in the league.
Man United fans are not allowed in.
The reason why, I'll tell you why. Man United fans, in fair, they are best in the league in that because most United fans.